Meet Zeus. Everyone knows he's the god of thunder. And this is Thor. He's also the god of thunder. Well, this is kind of awkward. Surely Thor and Zeus can't each be the god of thunder in the same reality. Or can they? This magnificently bearded fellow is Aaron. He's the narrative director at Fateless Games Studio, and I'm going to let him explain to you how all of this is possible.
Each of these mythologies existed in its own reality, so that, when the Sumerians said their gods created the world, it's true. When the Egyptians said the same thing, it's true. Asgardians, Olympians, etc., they did not exist in the same reality together. GODFORGE has taken that concept and said all of those realities were shattered, they were destroyed. But before they could all be hurled into oblivion, they were all pulled back together and fused into one world, one reality. And so now in this setting, all the gods are in the same space, whereas they weren't before.
So the reason I'm making this video is I had a really interesting conversation with a number of people on the community Discord. The first of which was a member who goes by the name Poseidon, asking if we'd ever see Poseidon in GODFORGE. I relayed to him the information I gleaned from a live podcast that was recorded at Gamescom 2024 by the founders. I'll play that for you here.
I'm going to disappoint a lot of people, I believe, but Poseidon
is not on our list.
He didn't make the final cut.
Poseidon is not.
There's always room for the future.
It is ridiculous. It's hard. This is actually something which we need to get out there, because we're building a live ops game, and we're not building a game that's going to last 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. We need new heroes and well-known ones to come in for big events down the line. So it's hard to decide things like that. Like Poseidon's such a massive hero. Obviously, he will eventually make the game. But that would be a great 6-month event to bring some lore and story alongside it. Maybe a mini cinematic drop alongside this big event, like a big push for the game. So we have to hold some back.
So basically the conclusion we could arrive at is, while we don't have Poseidon yet, we can potentially see him in the future. And even confirmed by the narrative director, Aaron himself, you can see this. So this was the conversation between me and Poseidon. I did a little bit of speculating that perhaps after the multiverse formed, all the sea gods and sea creatures formed their own faction, and we encounter them at some point in the future. To which Aaron replied to confirm he will go on record as saying he's a big fan of Poseidon, heavily implying that perhaps we will indeed see Poseidon in the future. Also kind of confirmed by Hell Hades in that clip we saw. But this is where it gets interesting. So after this conversation, the next day I had taken my daughter to the park, and I was sort of pondering quietly to myself. And I decided, you know what? This inward speculation should be outward speculation, because I want to see what other people think about this. So I wrote, yesterday, a couple of us were talking about potential factions to be added in the future. And as I was beginning to think about how new factions could be added from a story perspective, we know the multiverse shattered and reformed into a single reality. What if not every reality was coalesced into the GODFORGE reality? What if there are still other realities out there floating through space, and their reality collides with ours to upset the balance of power? And Susie, being the little angel that she is, tagged Aaron to notify him that this conversation was happening, to, sort of summon him, so to speak, and he chimed in and said, I can verify that not all realms have manifested it into the new reality. There will be others. Now, this has huge implications. Imagine our reality is soaring through the cosmos, and we collide with another reality, the reality of Westeros, where Game of Thrones took place. Or perhaps we collide with the Middle Earth reality, where we're from Lord of the Rings. So we have Gandalf and Galadriel and all those interesting characters. Or maybe we collide with one of the realms of the MTG Magic the Gathering universe, like Dominaria or Innistrad, or even Toril of the Forgotten Realms from D&D. Hell, we could even collide with a realm that is ruled by seafaring pirates ripe with scurvy. The possibilities are literally endless, and I'm super excited to see what the team has in store for us. I can't wait. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you all in another video soon. But until next time, everyone, take care.